It's Rick without the K. James presents In My Opinion Podcast.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Thank you for watching.
Let me ask you your thoughts on the UFC, right? You watched UFC 279 last night. What were your thoughts? Because my thoughts were the fact that I was really hyped up to see the original card. And then when Hashmat didn't make his weight, I was like, you know.
I don't know. I actually like the matchups that they had, and if you look at it, they were really competitive fights. Because even the Shumayev Holland didn't last long, but man, Holland is a wiry dude.
Did you think that fight was going to go that way?
What?
With Holland?
Yeah, because he can't wrestle.
Oh, I
knew Shumayev was like, he's going to take him down and just.
Did you think it was going to be that fast?
I don't know, but even though it was only like 45 seconds or 2 minutes, it was like exciting because you kept waiting for Kevin to get up and swing, and then Shumayev just would not let up, and I was just like, and we don't know how his gas tank is, so it was just like, even though it wasn't long, I wasn't like unentertained by it, and then it seemed like it was kind of a letdown with Diaz and Ferguson because you were so hyped about Shumayev, and then you're hyped about Diaz and Ferguson, but then it wasn't the same energy because those guys are vets and kind of paced, and they was fighting a smart fight. But
it was comical. But I tell people I think that Ferguson and Diaz fight should have happened 5-6 years ago.
Easy.
It
was like Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Yeah, I felt like you're only doing it because the fans.
But you got
to want to see it.
You got to give the UFC credit, man. Normally, you get the fights you want to see in the UFC. Normally. Dana White is like the gatekeeper and the matchmaker. It ain't boxing where we miss out on so many fights because there's too many sanctioning bodies. But UFC, you usually get the fight you want to see. The best fight, the best. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I made money on it, so only because Daniel Rodriguez. That was the fight where I don't know if you watched that one where I was on the edge of my seat because I had a couple parlays.
But I heard he shouldn't have won.
He shouldn't have won, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I think, and that one, it looked like just people filling in for 15 minutes. Like it was like, hey, this is the fight that's going to happen for everybody to go get popcorn and beer. Yeah. So
I see who Colby Covington's going to fight next. They said
who's your favorite UFC fighter?
That's a tough one. Man, it changes. It's always changing. Like I love watching Shumayev fight because I like seeing great fighters. I like watching Colby Covington fight. Oh, okay. I'm not sure about his antics outside the ring, but fighting, he fights, boy. That boy comes to fight. I don't know. Diaz is fun to watch. There's so many. Nothing like watching the big boys fight though. Like Ngannou and Stipe and stuff like that. The heavyweights is always my favorite.
Yeah, DC. Even though when Diaz fought Pettis and DC lost his belt, I think I made the most money on that because we were.
Who DC lose to that fight?
The dude that kept hitting him with the liver punches.
Stipe.
Big tall white dude.
Yeah, Stipe.
Stipe. Yeah.
He was on Pettis and Diaz on the undercard of that one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We had a parlay on that one because I think it was like 50-1 odds or something.
Yeah.
It was a group of us.
I wonder if Stipe's going to fight John Jones.
Probably.
That's the rumor.
If John Jones can stay off the steroids or not be detected. But when I did Russell Peters here, Nick Diaz came. And was in the room while we were taping and stuff. So it was like, and I want to say that was right before his last fight. It was like 2 weeks before
Robbie Lawler,
the Robbie Lawler fight. And I've met Nick a couple of times because I live out in 209. So I met
Did you see what happened last night with Nick Diaz? Nate,
what do you mean?
Choked him out at 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
No, I watched that fight, and I thought because I think Tony Ferguson is a state champ, so I thought he was going to wrestle better when it comes to wrestling. I think he was
weird. It's weird because I wrestled in high school, and you see these guys that were like national championship wrestlers and stuff like that, Then you get to UFC, and it's not the same effect as a wrestler. You know what I mean? It's like, why can't you just dominate with wrestling? This guy has never wrestled in his life. He's a striker, but he's fighting off your wrestling, and the jiu-jitsu guys is different. UFC's fun to watch, man.
Charlie Murphy, my main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Thank you for watching.